my name is Freck. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to my channel if you are new. So I already recorded this video once, but for various reasons I really didn't like the way that it turned out. I was reading it from my computer, I looked really funny, I wasn't dressed in the clothes that I wanted to be dressed in. That being said, I kind of just wanted to redo it, and that's what I'm doing. So I've pulled it up on my phone and I'm gonna go ahead and read you a short story that I wrote back in 2010. And just a little backstory on what this is gonna be like. Back in 2010, I was extremely goth. My writing style was very goth, stereotypical goth actually. And yeah, I was thinking of maybe rewriting this short story to be a little bit more who I am now, but I really kind of just wanted to read you this story in the raw as I wrote it on my live journal. So let's go ahead and get started. So this story is called The Lurid, Misty Night in the Castle of Gazetteer. It is one dark, cold night. I am in my castle chambers once again. I do not know what to do with myself. I live in present-day 2010. I am the Princess of Gazetteer. I do not wish to be called a princess. That is my name, not by blood, but by marriage. So, I live with it. I look in the mirror, my mirror. A vanity with bat gargoyles lining the rim of the mirror, and see my mid-length black hair, and I think how I need a haircut. I wet it down, grab my stepfather's cutting shears, and snip away at my hair. Before I know it, I have side-swept bangs. All my hair is pulled forward, thinned, and chin length. I grab my fedora and stick it on top of my head. I look in the mirror and think, you did a good job for your first try, Clover. I throw on my buckle corset, my dance tights, my studded belt, red and black lacy skirt, black and white knee highs, my long black silk button-up, and my boots. I take one more look in the mirror. I remember how my hair used to be, how I had light purple bangs and the rest was black. I remember the black nail polish I once had but ran out of a long time ago. I look at my lip. I have a ring that cuffs the bottom right side of my lip. I remember how my mom has been trying to get me to take it out for the sake of getting a job. I already ruined my hair for that reason, but I debate anyway. Once again, I take it out to look at myself. I'm not satisfied with the look. I do not feel pretty or unique without my lip ring or the way I look. I promptly put my lip ring back in and step out on the terrace to smoke a Dejarum black cigarette. A cigarette by which the tobacco is wrapped in black paper. Many call them the goth cigarette. As I smoke one for 20 minutes, because that's the general length one lasts, I stare out across the graveyard which stretches as far as the eye can see. I watch the sky. The clouds are out, but do not cover every inch of the twilight sky. The big, bright, full moon shines through a hole in the clouds. I see some stars here and there. Then, I notice the fog rolling in across the graveyard. Just enough of it to see the tombstones poke just above the fog. You can see through the fog barely, but it is beautiful. I put out my black and walk into my room, past the vanity which is just to the right of the terrace. Walk past the picture of my grandmother, the oldest goth lady I know. Ahem. New. I walk past my giant canopy bed. I like to close the black canopy at night and sleep underneath the quilt which has a picture of a bat flying in front of the full moon on it. I walk down the hall and out the door and into the graveyard. Into the night. 12 o'clock midnight. The time I generally like the outdoors. Is it hard to believe someone like me likes that time of day? The stereotypical goth? Just because I like that time of day does not mean that all my kind are this way. Many would enjoy a bright sunny day. Many enjoy the beauties of nature. Many like to see every part of the daytime, thus not going to sleep for days on end. Me, however, I like to keep my differences from the world. I like to be my own person. I am not a hater, a cheater, a user, or anything else for that matter. I am going for a walk through the graveyard once again tonight. This is where I come many nights, when I'm upset, happy, sad, mad, or just need fresh air. It's something I do often. I come here to smoke, to find someone with a cigarette, to make friends with others of my kind, etc. But the main reason I came here tonight is because this is where me and my lover had most of our best times. My ex-lover. We broke it off recently. Not something that was supposed to be painful, but like any splitting couple, we needed our space from each other. I feel it is best we just stay friends. He agrees. Every once in a while, though, we slip up and kiss a little. What do you expect? We still love each other. We broke up for other reasons than fighting. I do admit, it will be hard being friends with an ex-boyfriend whom I still have feelings for. Strong feelings. He is my first, well, everything. First, I fell in love with him. But like most know, he will not be the last. To set things straight, he was not goth. Well, not entirely. He's the least goth of anyone I've dated. Something most wouldn't expect from me, considering everyone else I've dated in the past varied from goth to punk. It's one of the reasons you can tell I really liked him. He was my everything. I guess that's why I got my reputation as a user. But I really wasn't trying to. I just liked having him around. It's part of the reason I broke it off, so I could take my time to let go a little and not be so dependent on him. I came here to see him tonight specifically, to hear his voice, to see his face, to awe at his sight. And I'm sure he was here to do the same thing, to care for me the way I care for him. I find our spot, our usual spot where we go to sit, a black willow tree with a giant angel tombstone directly underneath it. This tombstone, it was gorgeous. The angel, made of stone, her wings were big and gorgeous, but she wasn't like any other angel tombstone. She was a fallen angel. Her wings, they had feathers coming off. Her clothes cut short, no, ripped short. She had holes randomly in her clothing. Her halo sat on top of her head like it was falling off. And her stance, not like the typical angel stance with arms out like she was praising the Lord standing up, but a stance like she was hurt, like she had just fallen from heaven, casted down from heaven, sent to watch over me and Sardonyx. The beauty much described our relationship in my eyes, lovable but painful. When I saw Sardonyx, my heart stopped. He had a troubled look on his face. I didn't know what to say. Then, I see it in the distance, the searchlight from a helicopter. Luckily, we were miles within the graveyard beneath a willow tree that nearly touched the ground. It would be hard for them to find us here. Sardonyx, I said. What did you do? Long story. We just need to lay low for a while. Don't move. Any movement and they could find us. I laid on the ground and listened as the helicopter flew right over us, with its searchlight moving right around us. I didn't move once. I even held my breath as the helicopter came by. When it was out of distance, we sat up and he grabbed me and hugged me. I could feel him crying on my shoulder. Sorry, what's wrong? I said with a tear in my own eye. It was hard for me not to cry when my love was crying. I'm sorry. I can't tell you. I just wanted to see you one last time, love. I don't know if this will be the last time I ever see you, but I need to leave because I cut him off. Sorry. No, please. Please don't say it. Please, I begged. Clover, I really don't have a choice. I put you in too much danger already just by coming here tonight when I have the cops looking for me. I need you safe, Clove. Please understand. A tear fell off my cheek. Sar, I don't know if I can live without you. Will this be forever? I really can't say, Clove. I'm really uncertain on that one, but I do know this. I love you. I always have loved you. And I always will love you. Don't ever forget that, okay? I nodded my head as he wiped yet another tear from my cheek. I stood up as he did. He turned around and started to walk away. I ran after him and surprise hugged him and kissed him on the cheek, and then walked the other direction. Looking back, I said, I love you, and I'll never forget you. Goodbye, Sardnyx. And the rest of the way home, I was like a walking zombie, retracing my steps the whole way, like I was just going through the motions. Well, you guys, that was my story from 2010, a short story that I wrote. I mean, it's not perfect. It's the very first and really the only short story that I've ever written, but I liked it back then. It does need a few touch-ups, like we really didn't need the very last sentence, the one where it says she walked back like a zombie. Like, it could have ended very perfectly with her saying goodbye, you know? But, I mean, I wanted to read it to you guys in the raw as I wrote it in 2010. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that I have created a new live journal. It will be linked in the description below, or you can look me up. My name is Crescent Journey on LiveJournal. And yeah, if you like what you heard today, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button down below. Become a member of the Crescent family. Don't forget to kiss that bell icon and turn on post notifications. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.